Okay, so I'm in a bit of a rush today, but I wanted to record this anyway. And I'm just going to talk about how the last few days have been going and what's happened. So, if you watched that previous video, you probably know how I ended up kind of just having a big call coming up. And it was about like management working with someone kind of big in the space and running their sales teams, but I decided I didn't want to do it. And I kind of told him, I showed him my schedule. I was like, I'm way too busy for this. But I did tell him, hey, like I'm happy to source appointment setters and stuff like that, which is essentially my business model, and give you guys access to that. And I did want to get one of my clients, one of my students working with him as a manager. Unfortunately, I kind of made the big mistake and I didn't realize that what he was kind of going for was the pool of setters. He wanted a pool of appointment setters to have access to because obviously that's pretty valuable in this space. Trained setters that are really, really good, which obviously that's like my job. I kind of forgot that. I don't know why. Maybe it was ignorance, but I kind of just told him, hey, like I'm happy to source setters and you can also hire Angela, which is my student. And basically, what ended up happening was he didn't end up hiring Angela. He found a different solution, but what he wanted was mainly the pool of setters, which is why he wanted me. So I could do some calls, manage everyone, make sure they're happy, but also do so on and so forth. What ended up happening was he didn't hire him. But I had a call a few days later. But he didn't end up hiring, but he was paying me for setters. Like he said, every appointment setter I place, he'll pay me a certain amount, whatever. So that's cool. It's extra money on the side. And I kept speaking to people, and I realized I can actually charge quite a bit for setters. So I train them in. They pay me to train them in, but now I can, you know, get paid to place them into businesses that are performing really well too. Like that two birds with one stone, and I make money both ways, which is cool. So now I do that. And it's pretty cool. I'll just show you a quick picture. Let's see. At the bottom there, $600. That's for placing two setters in a business. And it is pretty cool, like I said. It's basically free money because I've already trained them in, I've already done the hard part. Now, I have a second business model essentially. I have the coaching, I have the placement, but I also have something cool that I've been trying to work with. And I've been trying to do management. I've done management in the past, but I was thinking, what if I set up a system where I can place an appointment setter or appointment setters and also place a manager. So everything's automated for me. Everything's automated for them. And I know I don't like the concept. Excuse me, I don't like the concept of having a big team. So what if I just have it set up in a way where the only person on my team is the manager and the manager handles the setters? So they're like contractors, except I only manage the manager. And I should kind of show you the setup because I think it's pretty fucking sick. But I'll show you maybe another day if you guys are curious. If anybody actually watches this, it's like a self documentary. But I did end up getting on another call. So I got on that call. Nothing came out of it except for now I got paid to play setters, and then I realized I could do it alone. So I broke a false belief, and now I actually make money in a different way. And then I, it's like the second day of the month by the way, and just to quickly say, I'm at 3.1k for the month. Second day of the month. Last month I didn't even do this much in total, so I'm at 3.1k revenue for the month, and it's pretty funny because it just showed me like you can make money in a lot of different ways. But just to clarify, coaching, placing, and then also I was doing the management system. And I never really did that properly. I did management on my own, but I never had proper systems that were set up or anything like complicated, like on an agency level. Except for yesterday, I got on a call. Someone asked me to get on a call. I used to work with him as a setter and then a manager, but I was like really small scale manager. Helped him make 80k in 2 months revenue, and then he wanted me to kind of work with him again. And I pitched him the idea. I showed him what am I doing now? Well, I place a setter and a manager and all so on and so forth. And he was down. He was happy. So I spent the entire night building out systems for that. Literally, it's a business model I've never run before. I spent the entire night building that out until like 6 a.m. Woke up, did calls from 3 p.m. to it is now 8:43 p.m. and I need to leave in a few minutes. And I closed him on a 2.5k per month deal plus rev share. So I get 5% rev share, 2.5k per month. He pays the appointment setters, I just pay my manager. So you can imagine that's pretty good money for what it is. Literally just making sure everything works properly, pretty much doing the job, so on and so forth. 2.5k per month on top of placements, on top of coaching. So I wanted this to be a quick update video overall on is like how something can go bad, but something can go good. And I know I'm talking a lot, but I have a lot of fucking Red Bull in my system. But I think this month will be the first month I hit 10K per month again. If you watched the previous video, you know I've worked in different business models, but this is the one that's gonna stick. It's gonna be consistent. It's gonna be sustainable, and this is the one that's gonna get me closer to buying property. Essentially, that's the goal. But yeah, I think this month will be the month I do at least 10K rev, but I want cash collected too, which will be like quite a big step up. I'll show you next month how much I did this last month and then how much I did this month, but it'll be cool. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. But really random, I know, but hopefully you get to see the journey of an entrepreneur. Anyway, peace.